Alright, I am back playing Pokemon Emerald level 100 Battle Factory singles. Last time I had like an hour plus long battle for win number 106, which is a personal best. I had this very long saga against this stupid Ninetales, but got escaped with the streak still intact. Uh, I did a quick look at my team, which is this Blastoise, Marowak, and Registeel, against the team that I faced, and decided I'm almost definitely not going to swap. We'll see what the opponent looks like. But yeah, gonna most likely keep the same team going into battle number 107. So let's get going here. Hopefully this battle takes less than like the hour and 15 minutes that the last one took. I have about an hour before I gotta head out. So what do we got? No type. High risk, high return. Okay. At least tells us something. Let's see what the most common sets are for that. Oh wait, yeah, I want to see the sets, not just the actual Pokemon. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff with like Explosion, Destiny Bond, Overheat, Double Edge. That makes sense. Yeah, I feel decent about sticking with a team I currently have. Definitely the weakest of these three is Blastoise, but the 31 IVs and, Stab Hydro Pump is not terrible, I guess. Decent bulk. Um, I think we're good to go here. Yeah, like if I was gonna swap anything, it would definitely be Blastoise. I will not. Oh yeah, and last time I I was trying to do this switch logic thing, which I've never really paid much attention to before, but I guess it like makes like a tiny difference in projecting the odds of different sets. So I'm gonna try doing it. Maybe I'll remember, maybe I won't in the moment to pay attention to which like ball gets grayed out after you KO your opponent's second Pokemon. Um, I actually didn't end up getting to do it at all last time because this Espeon baton passed to Ninetales, so I already knew what all three were by the time I KO'd Ninetales and then Espeon came back in. Uh, yeah, and that baton pass really caught me off guard. Was not thinking about the possibility that it was Espeon 1 and that it could Calm Mind and then baton pass to Ninetales. And so what was looking like a pretty much guaranteed victory turned into a real nail biter, but I barely escaped from that one. So all that to say, I will try to pay attention to this switch logic thing. Hopefully I'll remember. Maybe it'll make like a slight difference. All right, what do we got? Regirock. Okay. I send out Blastoise. So, a lot of Regirock sets, but I think I'm pretty well equipped to handle many of them. So first of all, Regirock. It's probably one of the ones that has Explosion. Yeah, Regirock 2 or 5, which has Hyper Beam. A lot of them have Explosion. Oh, there's so many sets, it's tough to scenario plan. Let's just look at the most common one, or most likely one, which is 2, and what that looks like against Blastoise. So I can one-shot with Hydro Pump. That's great. He almost definitely wouldn't try to explode first turn, I assume. Alright, so it is possible because his HP will be over 80 and he will attack after me. So I guess there is... Oh, the user's HP is under 80. Whoops. So, no. No, none of these things are true. So, very likely that it will not use Explosion. Not impossible, though. And so there's like a chance... Then it would probably use... I think probably Rock Slide because it... I mean... yeah, probably Rock Slide. I guess there's a chance, depending on like rolls or whatever, that it could do. It could use Earthquake instead. I think really the thing is like I outspeed and I can one shot with Hydro Pump. We should see if there are any Regirocks where I don't one shot. But if I one shot everything, then I should just Hydro Pump and hope it hits. And I guess also hope I don't get Quick Clawed. That kills Regirock 6. That does not kill. That's the 1. And then I guess the question would be like, it still probably wouldn't explode, and even the explosion doesn't have a guarantee of killing me. And then I could just, Seismic Toss next turn. I'd be fine. I guess, well, he might use Rock Slide. Is there a chance he might Swagger? I don't know how Swagger works. Ugh, God. Alright, so yeah, there's a chance it might Swagger. That kills Regirock 4 and 3. That does not kill, or 31% chance to kill. This would probably T-Wave me, and then probably double team or something. It's not too scary, though. And 3, which is probably the best Regirock, and also doesn't kill. It would probably, like, Curse or something. I don't know how does Curse work. Yeah, it would probably Curse. Okay, I don't see any compelling reason to not just Hydro Pump and hopefully just kill it, one-shot it, and if not, go from there. Like, yeah, I could switch into Registeel and Marowak, and those are also pretty good matchups for this thing. But I don't really see a compelling reason to. Like, yes, Marowak can probably one-shot, but Blastoise probably can too. And Registeel, yeah, I could swap in and try to, like, Curse to full and set up and then use Metal Claw. But I'm gambling that I don't get crit that whole time. Especially since this thing has Earthquake, or most likely has Earthquake. Could have Focus Punch, too. Could have Superpower. So yeah, I feel pretty good about just Hydro Pump and go from there. Hopefully we just hit and kill. Okay, we hit. Barely lives. There's a Curse. Okay. Alright, well this is good information. In ways maybe better that it didn't kill, because now it tells me that this is Regirock 3, which is a pretty good Regirock. But I wonder if there's going to be like I probably still wouldn't take it because if I take it, I'm probably taking it over Blastoise, and then I lose my only special attacker, and then it has all the same weaknesses as Marowak, and so I'm not like diversified from a defensive typing standpoint. So even though this is probably the best Regirock, I don't know if I would actually take it. Okay, let's seismic toss. Cool. What do we got here? Electrode. Okay. This has got to be the one that knows explosion, right? Well, not. Okay, it's almost guaranteed to be one of the two that know explosion. Um. Well, let's look at Electrode 4 for a second here. So it cannot one-shot me with Thunderbolt. I'm basically trying to figure out whether it will. So yeah, at full HP, it's pretty unlikely. Yeah, if the user's HP is under 80%, or the user will attack after the target. Neither of those is true. So it's pretty unlikely to explode. And then it's pretty unlikely to Thunder Wave too. It could T-Wave, because it's most likely just not going to have a scoring change. User's HP is under 71%. And then, like, Mirror Coat. The foe is damaging. Okay, so it probably wouldn't Mirror Coat because the last move I used was physical. I'm tempted to switch into Marowak under the assumption that he's going to T-Bolt. And then... But then what happens next turn? Like, would he just explode? Right? Because... I think he might just explode. Yeah, I think he would just explode on me. Because he basically just has no other viable move. Yeah, I would prefer him not to blow up on Marowak. But maybe I can get him to blow up into Registeel. Right? Would he definitely explode on Marowak? Like, we know he wouldn't use T-Bolt or T-Wave. But is there a chance he could Mirror Coat? The last move used by the foe is damaging. But how... Well, it was, and if the last move used by the foe is physical, score -1 and terminate. And it was physical because I used Seismic Toss to kill Regirock. So I guess it would score -1. But then Explosion has an 80% chance of scoring -3. So I guess there's an 80% chance that it would use Explosion. That maybe seems right. All right, let's try this crazy pivot thing. We'll pivot Blastoise into Marowak, assuming he's going to use T-Bolt, and then Marowak into Registeel, assuming he's going to explode. And let's Registeel 1. Yeah, Explosion does pretty minimal damage on Registeel. Okay. Ah. All right. Well, there was always a chance that he was going to explode. It was like... All right. Well, okay. Maybe I misjudged. I don't know. I would have preferred him to blow up on Blastoise compared to Marowak, but... All right. Is there... Well, first of all, we have very little insight into what this last Mon is going to be. I'm gonna go Registeel. Oh, I forgot to look at... Oh, no, there it is. It's this... Okay, first two were grayed out. It's a Dragonite. Okay. So my Mon on the first KO was Blastoise. And then it wants... Okay, so it's second ball. That's what I saw. Oh, then this is Dragonite. Alright, I have no idea whether that... I wonder if I take this away, like if I get rid of Blastoise in second Mon, does that change the odds? Yeah, it does a tiny bit. Alright, I guess. Barely matters. I don't know if it would materially, like, affect my decision making, but whatever. Maybe in some scenarios it would. Okay. There's so many Dragonite sets. I don't have much insight into which one it is. Two is definitely scary. If it's 6, it could Flamethrower me. Or if it's X, it could Fire Blast. Does decent damage, but I'm not dead to crit. What's the... 2 is definitely the scariest. pretty overwhelmed. Well, that's not really true. The scarier combinations. Yeah, this thing has flamethrower too. Man, it's just such a mix. I almost want to just dragon or a metal claw and gain more information, because I could end up wasting a turn boosting the wrong stat. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just think there's not a clear, compelling reason to amnesia or to curse, because we just don't know whether this is a physical or a special attacker, and there's, it looks like, close to even chance of either one. Probably a little bit more on physical than special. So let's just do some damage, gain more information, and then go from there. Dragon Dance. Okay. That's definitely scary. We missed the Metal Claw. God damn it. Alright, that's very strong evidence for Dragonite 2 because it has Bright Powder. Or Dragonite 1 or 2. Oh god. That's not good. Yeah, I mean, it could pretty much be either one. I guess let's assume it's 2 because that's slightly scarier. So now we've got +1, +1. God, I wish I'd cursed. I'm dead to crit. I don't really think there's any value into switching into Blastoise, or in switching into Blastoise. Like, what would I get for doing that? Nothing. He's probably going to Dragon Dance again. Well, he's not going to move after me. So that's... So it's basically equally likely to... It's 50% Dragon Dance, 50% Earthquake, basically. That's what I'm getting. How many... Like, +6 attack, I still don't one-shot. +6 defense. Yeah. I think this is just, I have to roll the dice and curse and hope that I dodge a crit and I that I dodge the crit and that I eventually get to a spot where I can reliably KO him. I can use a rest if he ends up earthquaking and getting me into, like 2-hit kill range. I mean, I'm already in 2-hit kill range, but I guess let's think about it this way. If he earthquakes this turn, he's going to do, call it 60%, and then I curse. Is he going to KO me next turn? There's a decent chance that I'm just done. Man. I just don't see what I can do that would be better, though. I think I have to hope that he Dragon Dances, because for him, Dragon Dance is going to have, like, diminishing returns. But yeah, like a Hyrule. Hyrule. I'm done. Right, so this is a range of about 10, so there's about a 30% chance that he hits 60, and yeah, I mean, I think my odds of, it's a range for sure, and it's probably like 25% chance he 2-hit KOs me in that scenario. And then there's always the possibility of a crit. But I don't see what the better option is here. God, this Dragonite is so scary. Okay. I think I just have to curse. I can't rest because what's that going to do? It's just going to put me in the same situation, even if he does attack. There's no other move, I don't think. I just have to play the odds. There's Dragon Dance. Okay, that is preferable, I think. So now he's +2, +2. I'm +1, +1, -1. So now, yeah, 90% chance to 2-hit KO. But if I... So this is 48. So first of all, I need to look at what are the odds that he Dragon Dances here. It's still 50-50, basically. I'm pretty sure. So basically he uses Dragon Dance, and then I curse again. So he does, worst case, call it around 55%. I Dragon Dance, I live, barring a crit. And then I can rest. Alright, that's the plan. We curse again. And if he Dragon Dances again, we're still just in the same situation, except slightly better still. Oh. 1 sec.